What do you think is going to happen this year with taxes? I really enjoy how AISD, all the school districts go, oh, we're lowering your taxes. We're lowering how much we're taking from you. Number one, AISD is having to lay people off because if you when the money comes in for these school districts, like a big district like AISD, half of it goes back to the state to be redistributed other places. So not even all the money that comes from our tax dollars goes locally. Half of it goes to the state. They're having to lay off people because people aren't enrolling their kids in the AISD. They're going to charter schools or they're not even moving here. I'm one of them.
That actually brings me to my next conversation topic. There's this term floating around called micro schools. Have you heard that? Like little handful of students, kind of like not charter, but maybe self-taught, but they've got someone monitoring the education process. So almost like homeschooled, but in a group setting, because like you said, people are leaving these different school districts. And if you've got these teachers that have been teachers for 10 years and they're moving on and trying to build their own business, which is really popular in Austin, then I could see that becoming a thing.
But okay, so back to yes, I know a lot of people that are taking their kids out of AISD. So AISD is having to lay people off and it's a whole mess with AISD. But that being said, they're saying they're lowering their taxes, but your valuation goes up every year. So with the valuation going up, you're still paying more to AISD taxes. You're still paying more to the train that will probably never be built in Austin. You're still paying more to that because your valuations of your homes are going to go up. Do y'all think that taxes, we're going to see a huge spike in taxes this year?
I think we could. Yeah. I mean, it's certainly possible. There are communities, though, that are lowering taxes each year, right? So I was just in Leander the other day, and Bluffview was down from 2.55 to 2.35. Santa Rita, which you highlighted.
But okay, so that's good that they do that, right?
Yeah.
So they drop it from 2.5 to 2.3, but the tax rates will drop down in every neighborhood over time. They're not going to always stay at 3%. The challenge is, though, even if they drop you from 2.5 to 2.3 and they evaluate your home $100,000 more, let's do the math. Keep talking, I'll do the math. But so they're dropping. Go ahead.
Yeah, and there is an end point to that dropping. I don't want people to get too excited. They drop forever until they're at nothing. No, that's not how it works. The tax rate has it's not a ceiling. What is it? A basement if it's not a ceiling? A floor? So the tax rate has a floor. And once you hit that, then your prices still go up. Your tax rates do not decrease unless there's some kind of political change. And even then, I don't know that I've seen that.
And even with the floor, they'll figure out how to utilize the tax dollars, right? There's always a way to kind of keep spending money, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Like bonuses to friends and family or whatever. Right. Aaron says, well, overall taxes on properties can only go up 10% max a year, right? So I would say if it's a primary residence and you have a homestead exemption, then that should be true.
So I did the math. At 2.5, they value your house last year at 2.5. At $500,000, you're paying almost $12,000 in taxes. This year, if they value your home at $650,000, which we've seen a lot of homes go up $150,000 in value, if they value it there, it goes from almost $12,000 to almost $15,000. It's a $3,000 increase. So even though they dropped it from 2.5 to 2.3, if they raise the valuation, you're still going to see more tax dollars come out of your account. So yeah, they cap it at 10%, but they're going to try to raise it. Like you still have to protest your taxes. So they will still say, hey, your new valuation is going to be this. You still have to protest that. Like, does that make sense? Am I making sense, guys?
No, it makes perfect sense. So if you're an investor and you've got, a handful of rental properties, that's a very different conversation than if you're living in your primary residence, especially your investment properties. Those you probably want to protest because those are generally going to be a higher spike.
And this is false. Well, overall taxes on properties can only go up 10%. That is 100% false. If you have a homestead, your homestead can go up If you have that homestead on, it's 10%. But last year they tried to raise mine still over what the 10% was. So mine went up like $2,500. I was like, no, this isn't going to work. So we had to protest. So they'll still try to raise it over, and it's up to you to protest. Thanks for watching this short of the Real Amigos podcast. For more live streams, hit here. For more clips, hit here. We'll catch you on the next one.